Guys, as you all know, I have tried Free Fire several times on my low-end laptop, and it runs with pretty good FPS. And in today's video, I will try PUBG Lite on the same laptop to see if it works or not. For this test, I have selected PrimeOS PUBG Edition because I think it might be the best for this test. So, without wasting any time, let's start the video.
Let's roll.
First, you need to download this zip file from my website, and inside this zip file, you'll find all the necessary files. If you're not sure how to download it, I've included a link to a video in the description which you can check it out. So, the first step is to right-click on the zip file and choose the Extract File option. And in a few seconds, your file will be extracted. Once the extraction is complete, you'll see a folder. Simply open this folder and then navigate to another folder where you'll find the Disk Genius setup, which you need to launch. If you already have Disk Genius installed, you don't need to reinstall it. Once the installation is complete, uncheck both boxes. Then, open the crack folder. Here, you'll see two files. Copy these files and paste them into the directory where you have installed Disk Genius. If you're prompted to replace the files, go ahead and do it. Make sure to copy the files according to your PC specifications. If your PC is 64-bit, copy the 64-bit files. If it's 32-bit, copy the 32-bit files. After this, open Disk Genius. Now, select any partition, ensuring that the partition you choose is completely empty and has at least 10 GB of space. Then right-click on the selected partition and choose the Format option. Now, set the partition system to ext4 and leave the volume label empty. Finally, click the Format button and your selected partition will be formatted. Now, open the formatted partition and create a new folder named Android. Make sure to type this name exactly, as any spelling mistakes can cause the OS to get stuck at boot or result in errors. Inside this Android folder, create another new folder and name it Data. Next, go back to the folder you extracted earlier, and inside this folder, you will see a zip file, which is the main ISO file for PrimeOS, which you need to extract. Once the extraction is complete, you will see these four files. Select all four files and drag and drop them into the Disk Genius partition. Now, our work with Disk Genius is complete, and you need to go back to the folder you recently extracted. Here, you will see an application named EasyBCD. Just double-click it to launch and install it like any normal software. Next, return to the folder and launch the Boot Ice application. Then choose the fourth option. Now note the serial number of the partition where you have installed PrimeOS. For instance, my serial number is 5, but yours might be different, so check accordingly. After that, open the grub code file, and wherever you see the number 3, replace it with your partition's serial number. Once you've made these changes, simply save the text file. In the next step, open EasyBCD and go to the Add New Entry tab. Then choose the Neo Grub option and click on the Install button. After that, click the Configure button and clear all the text that appears. Now, open the grub code file again and copy all the text from here, and paste this text into the Neo Grub configuration window and save the file. Next, go to the Edit Boot menu tab in EasyBCD and rename the boot entry you have created earlier. Now check the box at the bottom, and then finally, click the Save Settings button. So, friends, our work is now complete, and I will simply restart the PC and record the rest of the process with a hand cam. After restarting the PC, you will reach the boot menu where you need to select PrimeOS. Then, choose the first option and press Enter. When you boot PrimeOS for the first time, your PC might restart once or twice, so don't worry. Once the loading is complete, you will reach the PrimeOS setup page and set it up just like you would with the older PrimeOS version. So, guys, PrimeOS has been successfully installed, and now I'll show you some important settings to enhance your gameplay performance. You can skip this part if you want, as these settings are not compulsory, but if you do them, you'll see a noticeable improvement in performance. So first, go to the Start menu and select this application. Then, choose the Root option. Since my system is already rooted, so the root option isn't visible, but you should root your system if it's not already rooted. Next, open the LSpeed application. Now select the Grant option when a pop-up appears. Then, click on the arrow icon, and wherever you see Disable written, change it to Performance. After that, go to the menu and scroll down a bit. Here you will see an option named RAM Manager. Simply open it. Here you will see two options displayed here. Enable both of them. Next, close this and go back to the Start menu and open Performance Tweaker. Then set the maximize and minimize frequency according to your preference. So friends, we have almost completed all the settings. And now, let's move on to installing games. There are two ways to install a game. Either install it manually or download it directly from the Play Store. If you choose manual installation, there's a 90% chance you'll encounter some error. So, I recommend downloading games directly from the Play Store. Guys, I have installed both Free Fire and PUBG here, and let's test them now. First, we'll test Free Fire, and then at the end, we'll try PUBG Lite as well. As you can see, the game has launched, and the key mapping is auto-configured. However, you can press F10 to customize the key mapping according to your preferences. As you can see, the match has started, and I'm getting around 25 to 30 FPS, and the key mapping is also working quite well. Additionally, I tried a few other modes and got decent FPS in almost all of them, although there was a slight frame drop while taking headshots, but it stabilized on its own. In conclusion, Free Fire is working quite well on this OS. Now, let's test PUBG Lite. Here, the game is launched, but there is a problem, which is the key mapping, meaning you won't get pre-built key mapping in this game, and you'll have to set everything manually. So, as you can see, I've entered the lobby and I'm getting good FPS here. However, there's one issue I faced in this game, which is matchmaking. If you choose the Asia server, you'll definitely encounter matchmaking problems. Therefore, I recommend you change the server. As you can see, the game is working perfectly, and I'm getting good FPS similar to Free Fire. However, the FPS tends to drop after a while. This might be because I only have 2 GB of RAM. If I tested it on a PC with 6 or 8 GB of RAM, I would definitely get better FPS. So guys, we've reached the end of the video. I know the videos have been coming out late because I'm balancing YouTube with my studies, but I'm still happy to bring you videos on time. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it, and if you want to see more videos on Android OS X, click on the playlist on the left, and I'll see you there. Bye!